Hey you guys, Neurotic here. This video is on how to get yourself set up to record and stream just like this with the screen capture and your beautiful faces up here so you can start posting your own videos, all the logistics when it comes to routing your audio to get your Ableton's audio, your voice, and all that into the recording with the video. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Yeah, just like this, just like you're seeing. It's kind of like the layman's way or the budget way to do it. You could get nice cameras and that kind of thing. I'm just working with a webcam and the mics I use to record other stuff. But yeah, anyways, without further ado, let's dive right in. First of all, you need OBS down here. I'm not going to open it because I have it running on a different computer here right now. OBS is a free recording software that you can get online. Just Google OBS and you'll find that out there. You can download it, and that's step one. Basically what OBS lets you do is record multiple different sources into one video file like you're seeing right here. So I'll move over to OBS right now and we'll take a look here. All right, so you should be seeing this dizzying array of duplicate screens here. Sorry about that. I had to move over. I'm actually recording onto a separate computer so I can save my CPU for actual music production while I record. So I'll go over all that in a second and how you can get that done. But at this point, I'm assuming you've just downloaded OBS. So here's how it's done here. You'll notice down here, I'm just going to wave my mouse. You have all these guys here. These are all my sources. So I'm capturing the webcam, which is this where you're seeing my face, obviously. Audio output captures for some other stuff I do, so don't worry about that. But basically what that does is it captures the audio output coming out of your speakers. And then audio input capture is for another audio input when I'm recording with Daytrip. So that's his audio. So you can record my audio and his audio separately. And then display capture is what you're seeing here. It'll capture the display of the computer you're recording on. And then video capture device is actually pulling the video from my other computer, my production computer, to this recording. I'll show you, or I'll tell you how all that works in a second here. But basically that's what you want to know. You just hit the plus here. To add a scene, it'll give you a bunch of options here. Video capture device, which is what I'm using to pull the video over there. Display capture device, which is for your onboard screen capture, audio input, output, etc. You get it. That's basically all you really need to know. Over on the left-hand side, there's scenes here. You can just set up different compilations of sources to switch quickly to. You can actually hotkey them too, which I found out really recently is really cool. You can actually switch from one scene to another. So you'll notice I have one that says face here. I'm not going to switch over to it right this second, and one that says screen. So what I used to do is I'd have the webcam on full screen recording my face, and then I'd switch quickly to screen with a hotkey that would record the screen and not my face, so that I could switch between them so you don't have my face in the corner here. I thought I'd do this video like this, and I don't want to mess it up though. So we'll stick like this. So yeah, that's basically that. The other cool thing is this view thing. And that's kind of how I switched over to this view. So I can actually just mute out this display capture here, and we'll go back to that screen. Boom. So yeah, we'll jump back in and we'll start talking about audio routing as well. So yeah, we're back here. I'll show you how I route all my audio so that it all gets recorded on the separate computer. I'll explain how I record the video onto the separate computer and all that. Quickly, if you are curious about my actual recording gear here, I'll mention quickly. I've got a desk stand. It's the Rode PSA1, I believe. It's just a really nice desk stand, really sturdy, and it kind of does exactly what you want it to do. And then I have a Rode NTA1. It's actually a really great budget mic. And then I'm running a Yamaha Steinberg audio interface. So nothing crazy, really. Nothing too crazy anyways. Yeah, so let's get into the actual logistics of recording all this audio onto a separate computer. Now, I will mention that if you aren't recording onto a separate computer, this process becomes much simpler because all you really need to do is load up OBS on your computer like I showed you before, and then run the inputs and various inputs and outputs that you need to do right into OBS from your computer. But if you do want to save CPU and you do have another computer lying around, you can record onto it with some simple stuff here. So first of all, I'll just open up a browser here and show you how I'm doing this. So I just got a gamer's capture card. It's called the Elgato HD60S, I believe. I'll just pull up an image so you can see it. This guy right here. So I bought that, and basically what that allows you to do is port over the output display of a screen onto another recording device. It works for like consoles like PS4 and Xbox, but it also works for computer screens. So it's really handy if you want to save the recording CPU or the CPU you use to record on your production computer and just record out to another separate computer. So to do that, there's some various loopholes you have to get through here, one of which is routing the audio. So basically to start, I've set up my a template for myself, template for videos you'll see here, in Ableton. And basically how this works is all my audio for like my elements in these groups, so the kick, snare, top drums, tonal, vocals, growls, basses, subs, all that gets routed into these various bus chains. Now that's normal for me. For all my sessions, I route all this stuff into separate buses so I can affect them differently. If you're a music producer, you might get that or you might not. If you don't, check out Ahi's videos on the breakdown of how Skrillex mixed Mumbai Power. He really breaks it down in a great way to kind of explain why you would do that. But anyways, beyond those plugs for Ahi, basically what I did then is augmented that for videos. I grouped all of the audio from the project into its own group again called Sidechain All. You'll notice there is, imagine that, a sidechain compressor on there. And then I have my actual voice coming into a separate audio track. So the reason I did that is every bit of audio in the project is sidechained to my voice. So if I am playing something and I forget to pause and I speak, you'll still hear what I say because it'll just push down all the audio. That's the reason for that, because I actually recorded a video and was talking. You couldn't hear a thing I was saying because I was talking while the music was playing. So yeah, that's my Ableton setup in a nutshell. I also threw a EQ limiter and this wonderful Solo Safe plugin. This is really important, guys. It's a free Max for Live plugin that someone made. God bless them. I don't actually remember who they are, but if you look up Solo Safe, you'll see it. So basically, what that does is you slap it on your audio track for your commentary. If you hit solo on any of these tracks, this will automatically stay soloed, just like that. So again, I did a video, I hit solo on a track, and then of course, as you guys know, when you solo a track, everything else turns off. So you couldn't hear my commentary. So yeah, that's really important, just to avoid wasting your time. What's next? So that's kind of the general gist of the project setup. Now, the other issue is if you're recording onto another computer, the other issue is actually getting all that audio over to the other computer, because there's no real onboard way to do that. Again, I will reiterate, if you are recording and producing on the same computer, this becomes a lot simpler because you can simply use your display capture source option and your audio input and output captures on board, and it'll all be easier for you. Unfortunately, though, OBS can, especially if you're live streaming, start to take up a lot of your resources, and you'll notice you'll start to max out pretty quick. So I do recommend this method. It works really well, and it really it makes you feel a little more limitless when you're recording your videos. The next thing you need to worry about there is audio routing. And I actually got a piece of software for this. There used to be something called Soundflower, but unfortunately it doesn't seem to be updated so that you can use it with OS, the Mojave. I don't remember version. But as soon as Mojave occurred, I was unable to use Soundflower. So I had to purchase a piece of software, but I swear by the software. It's worth every penny. It's called Loopback. This is what it looks like. You'll notice I have some other devices here. But basically, how this works is you can select any input source you want. In this case, Ableton, because I'm running all of my audio through Ableton. Put it through some output channels, and then select so the output channels would normally be where you record from, but because of the way I'm recording this, I just use the monitor section here. So basically how this works is it goes to the outputs and then it monitors to my HD60S, which is the capture card, recording onto the other computer. So now that solves that problem. All the audio is going to the capture card now, which is then recording onto OBS on my separate computer. And then I just have this other one for a legitimate use of the monitor section, my Steinberg C1 or CI1, so that I can hear you guys in this headphone or these headphones here, as well as hear my track here. So yeah, that's basically the gist of it. Once you have all that set up, you should be completely set to go. It'll all be recording onto your separate computer. You'll be saving all your resources. I highly recommend this method, as you just don't get capped on resources as quickly, as well as file space. To be honest, as soon as you start recording onto the same computer you're producing on, you run out of hard drive space really quick. Yeah, so that should be that. I can't really think of any other loopholes I had to jump through to get this working. It was a nightmare, but once I got it figured out, man, it works great. So I'll give you a quick demonstration here as well. I'll just close this here. So I have these two quick tracks I slapped down here, just a drum track and piano thing. I'll play it and you'll notice my voice will carry over all the stuff that's going on. So now when I talk, see, it pushes it down and you can hear me. Right? Yeah. So that's the importance of setting up your tracks like this. Boom. Now I think that's the whole video. If you have any questions, obviously comment. If you like this video and you want more, or you just want to hear about more coming out, I'll be making more videos in future anyways. So yeah, like, subscribe if you are interested in seeing more of my stuff. I know my colleague or partner there is Day Trip is going to be making some videos as well. So go hit up his page if you haven't already. And yeah, I think that's it. Peace, guys. Thanks for watching.